Welcome back to the commentary on Sonic Unleashed and...
Come on, look, come on. We're Sonic.
I'm not... We're Sonic for about 3 more seconds, and then it's gonna be another fucking Werehog level.
Don't they? No, wait, hold on. I thought it was day level, night level, day level, night level.
No.
I wish. Okay?
Lewis, you didn't speak to Francesca. What's the matter with you?
Well, no, I wish truly day level, but, you know.
I wish I was playing Sonic Generations, is what I wish. But,
We had to get to this game eventually. We've been planning it for about 6 years now.
Well, no, it's weird though. Like, part of me kind of likes how it's very atypical because you would imagine it would you would play this game like Adabat day, Adabat night, then Cool Edge day, Cool Edge night. I kind of part of me likes the fact that you do travel around the world, going it's broken up in a kind of atypical way for a Sonic game. But
yeah.
part of me, like as we're gonna see when we get 2 Werehog levels in a row, I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. I don't care.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're gonna break it up that way, break it up so that you got more day levels toward the beginning. God damn it, because this is not a good way to start a game. And when you start a game poorly, people aren't going to play long enough to see if it gets better.
Look, I do want to say the amount of obviously detail and effort they took to kind of make all these worlds look like their real life counterparts, and I mean it really, I mean again I joke a lot about Unleash as our hashtag, but to be fair, there was really a lot of good work put into the design. Again, the frame rate and execution. Sometimes you can be like, this doesn't work. It's a bit, the frame rate lags here. The textures are bad here. But you know what? In my opinion, the effort put into it makes and this is purely on a visual level, not in terms of gameplay. On a purely visual level, the effort they put into this, for me, makes me overlook any type of technical issues we can have.
I would say, even to this day, Unleashed is the best looking Sonic game.
Oh, easily.
With its hiccups and all?
The hiccups, like, we're talking visually, yes. I still think it's the best looking Sonic game, period.
The one thing I will say, though, while I agree it's the best looking Sonic game, to me it's a bit... I mean, I know it's going to sound slightly hypocritical just based on what I just said about how much I love how they were clearly influenced by the real world. For me, in terms of the level design, it's a bit too real world. Like, because, Sonic games have always had an element of the kind of, fantastical and surreal.
Yeah, surreal. Yeah.
Are you saying that San Francisco doesn't actually have loop-de-loop highways?
Ted, have a drink. Radical Highway's a lie, Ted.
There's some collectibles you can find in the hub worlds. Basically, they're tea items. And later on, there's an NPC in the desert city, Shamar, that collects tea, and you can give them to him, and it's like a weird little side mission, and I don't really understand why it's there.
It's a shame there's no British level to have the British person do that, but oh well.
Quite.
No, the British level would just be a whole bunch of people sitting around and acting politely the entire time.
Okay, there is no British level in this game.
That's what
there is. Okay, what there is in this game is Spagonia, which is Europe land. It's like Europe. Everything about Europe in a mishmash. If you took every country in Europe, including the British Isles, and just tossed them carelessly into a blender, what you would get was Spagonia.
Well, see, because in Spagonia, there's clearly Big Ben. It's clearly a mix of like London and Rome, or like a few other places. But it's people forget that England gets the best level in this game. Suck it, rest of the world. We get Rooftop Run, motherfuckers. What do you guys get? Empire City. Good for you.
I like Empire City.
It's kind of like Spagonia is Europe from the view of an uneducated American person. It's like
so Europe is
just one country.
Hey man,
and all it has is Big Ben.
Hey man, you're just jealous that we left you. All right.
Well, no, it's just kind of funny you said it, because if you were to speak to the average person that likes some of America, it's like what's in America? You got Texas, New York, and California, and nothing else.
Well, okay, but to be fair, everything in between the East Coast and West Coast kind of doesn't matter a little bit. I'm just
well, there's some Midwest stuff in there, but that's about it.
Minnesota's nice. It's got good people.
That's highlighted on our map.
Minnesota's
West Coast,
nice.
East
It's got
Coast,
good
and
people.
some Midwest stuff.
Minnesota is
Min-
nice. It's got good people.
Minnesota.
If you just want to know what I live in Boston, there's a picture of the world according to a mass hole, and I think it's Boston's the center of the world, and everything like out past Worcester is it just says "Will there be dragons."
Well, see, Ohio is necessary because both Jason Griffith, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Ryan Drummond, previous Sonic the Hedgehog, both came from Ohio. So without Ohio, we wouldn't have these actors. So you know what? Who cares? We went to space, big fucking deal, right? One guy voiced like one. Well, you know what? Who cares if people went to space and got pictures of Pluto? These two guys voiced the cartoon Blue Hedgehog, right? Much more important. I don't know more of your lip, right, Ryan? I'm sick of it.
This area is shockingly similar to a Sonic Boom area. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, the gateway area hub world design is kind of I'll say that. Although it doesn't play remotely like that when you're daytime Sonic. Oh boy. Oh, these areas are so awkward as daytime Sonic.
I will say though, this music with the nice flutes reminds me of that hub world where lyric ship attacks and the music's very calm. Oh, lyrics battleship attacking.
Here comes the nuclear missile.
Oh, there's a Sonic the Werehogs and Super Monkey Ball. I didn't know that.
He has a shield. It's useless.
It looks like he's supposed to be in Super.
These fucking flowers. Okay, they take like 2 hits to kill, so they're easy. But, so many times I just didn't know that there was a flower in the room and just got off-screen while I was trying to attack something else. And you'd think it would be easy enough to dodge since the projectiles are, really fucking slow. But at the same time, when you're attacking an enemy, you can't really cancel out of it.
Yeah.
So.
And someone's in the comments probably already writing, that's what the shield's for. But, I mean, those that... I don't know if it's just us, but you really forget you have the fucking thing.
Oh, no, you said that there's like a million different combos in this game. I appreciate having options, but the thing is that when you're actually trying to play a game, actually play the game instead of button mashing, you're going to do attacks that you know how to do, and whenever you level up, you're not going to go out of your way to learn new attacks if what you're doing works just fine. So you're only going to
until you find that super effective combo, in which case you'll just spam that.
Yeah, all you need is the Shuri Hokken. It's the only move you need.
The Werehog's gameplay doesn't reward you at all for varying
Wait a minute.
your
Whoa,
moves.
Lewis, wait there. Ted. This cross.
Oh, God.
This cross is just 2D played. Fuck you, Hyrule Warriors!
Is it sad that I was thinking that too the moment we got a close up on the grass? But I wasn't gonna say that. I know it's Gareth's job.
It doesn't reward you for varying your moves, and it also doesn't look very good when you vary your moves. Attacking the enemies doesn't really provide enough of a satisfying punch or visual flair to, make you really want to vary your moves. Part of the reason for that is that they very obviously sort of just held back on making the combat all that much in terms of violent, because it's very simple and vanilla in how it appears when you hit things. You just sort of smack them.
I mean, I kind of agree with Ted. It's like I appreciate the fact that they took the time to do all these combos, but I mean that's why in some respects I kind of like how simple the combat is in Boom, in Lyric. Because there isn't any type of complicated combos or a big list to find out what you need to do. It's just you have your basic attack and a heavy attack, and really that's kind of all you need. They could have
had a little bit more flair in Boom.
Yeah, I think in that case that was too simple, and you're fighting enemies almost as often as you are here.
Yeah.
So it really grates on you after, and it's sad because it took 6 years for me to give any other compliments to the Werehog besides the music is fantastic, and now I can say better than Boo.
Hey, John, how are you saying that the music is fantastic when all you hear is brin, brin,
Oh, yeah.
brin? Maybe this is just because I only played Unleashed once, and my brain went into kind of a haze whenever I did play these Werehog sections. But I don't remember any of the music other than
Denizuka won, damn it.
I will say one thing that's interesting, and I don't really know why they did it, but I'm kind of glad they did. Every Werehog level kind of starts with this little scene of this like Sonic like stretching his arms and roaring into the sky, and every level has like this like 6-second like intro bit of music, which again it's kind of an odd odd stylistic choice. And I don't get why they did it, but it's nice.
Yeah,
you know?
it's flavorful. I like it. I'm on the same boat. And Ted, I don't blame you for not immediately recognizing Unleash's soundtrack because of this damn battle theme. I mean, you see, I like listening to the battle theme by itself.
Yeah.
It's just not 7 to 15 times in the same fucking level.
My favorite thing about the battle theme is that my wife got halfway through this game, got fed up with the battle theme, and sold it. She was like, "I can't take that fucking music anymore."
Sonic. Go back to Mario Galaxy.
She did. She literally traded it in for Mario Galaxy and never looked back.
Did Junso Noi have anything to do with this game's?
The only thing he did was he's always the one who selects the singers for the song, so he was the one who got Jared Reddit to do Endless Possibilities.
I do like Endless Possibilities quite a bit.
For me, I think it's one of the best. It's one of the best vocal themes, and over the years, if you go on Junso Noi's Twitter feed, I guarantee you at least once a week there'll be some guy going, what are you guys gonna do Endless Possibilities? And he goes, as I've said many times, we are never going to do that. Please stop asking me.
Now get out of my house.
Hey, they did Sonic Boom. It's worth asking.
It is worth asking because there was a point in around after 06, like all Crush 40 did was kind of just covers for a couple years. It was they did All Hell Shadow, then they did Seven Rings in Hand, Sonic Boom, a few things here and there.
Oh wait, Crush 40 didn't do the original Seven Rings in Hand?
No. That was
You're right.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I like their covers more than I like their cover of His World more than the original. I like their All Hell Shadow better than the original.
Oh yeah.
So
sometimes I feel like I'm the only person who's completely unenthusiastic about Sonic music. Like the vocal songs specifically, like I really couldn't.
Well, that's because you don't have a soul.
Lewis, you're a commentator of a video game channel. You can't say that. Are you crazy, man? You're gonna lose the views.
It depends on the song because some of them I really don't care about, but then obviously like Open Your Heart, Live and Learn I would love, but I don't go out of my way to listen to like Believe in Myself too often.
You heartless monster! Wait, which version, SA1 or SA2?
Either, really.
You heartless monster!
Okay, you wanna know what I think? Okay, I think Endless Possibility was a fantastic song when it was being played over the Spagonia trailer that they first showed it with. I think Live and Learn is a fantastic song when it's being played over the final boss of Sonic Adventure 2. And I think Escape from the City is a great song when it's actually being played over Escape from the City. But I don't really go out of my way to listen to them independently.
It was I agree. Like adding the context of the stage really helps add the impact of the song because going to Generations, I love the Rooftop Run remix of Generations, but once I unlocked Endless Possibilities, I switched it over to Rooftop Run and it works so well.
Lewis, if you're ever going on a long car ride, play Sonic music. Like play the SA1 or SA2 soundtracks. It is fantastic driving music.
The best thing was after MomoCon, when we were driving back to Ohio, we were playing Escape from the City as we were leaving Atlanta. Let's get out of here, lads, quickly! We're gonna escape from the city.
And then you mash the gas pedal when he gets to the gun truck sequence.
Oh God!
You have no idea how boring I am on the road though, because I don't play music in my car at all. I just
How do you do this? I can't get through a car journey without some music. How in God's name do you do that?
I'm actually really annoyed right now because my car is kind of old, so in order to listen to my iPod, I need to have one of those cassette things that you can put in. But mine's broken and it will only play music in mono, and I can't listen to it like that. So I'm really annoyed because now I have to listen to the radio and.
The radio doesn't play. It doesn't matter. SA1 version. Damn you!
I'm not made of data, Ryan.
Back to commenting on actual gameplay, though. This is where the platforming starts to get really fucking precise in the Werehog levels, and that means it's also where you start to notice the really glaring issue with Werehog gameplay. You don't have a drop shadow, like, at fucking all. And here's why. Okay, the lighting system, the whole global illumination thing, what winds up happening is that your shadow is cast based on the light source. So, that means it's cast somewhere other than directly below you.
Yeah, but that, you know, I understand that that's a problem, but it's always kind of weird in games that do try to have lighting where you'll have, like, the realistic shadow and then this little spot of black beneath where you're supposed to look.
But it's helpful for gameplay, although, you know what, the Wii version has that, so fuck you, Hedgehog Engine. Wii version did it better.
The drop shadow is just, it's a really fundamental thing that you need in a 3D platformer, and this game doesn't have it. And that makes some of the more finicky platforming sections of this game a complete pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's impossible to gauge where you're going to land.
Well, eventually, I hate to say that I'm good enough as the Werehog to have gotten this far, but eventually you get enough of a feel for it that you can gauge where you are without the drop shadow. Look at that, though. The lighting engine is also really dumb and selective about what it casts a shadow for. Did you see the shadow of this box just floating there without anything below it?
Yeah, and just to rub in a point here, but it's just that just because you're able to adapt and you're able to now perform platform sections relatively flawlessly does not make it good.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it does.
And that wasn't directed towards you personally. I
can drive with my eyes closed. It doesn't make it legal.
Yeah.
People do bring that up as a defense, so it's worth bringing up. It's just, you know, it's still a design flaw, and it's still going to give you no end of grief until you adjust. And it's such a basic thing in 3D platformers that I can't believe they omitted it.
Okay, so something I want to say here that messed me up in the Wii version when you have those little things. Sonic, the way it could actually spin around.
Oh yeah,
it looks so goofy doing
it. But you know what? Like, because I'm more used with Unleashed than the HD version. I was actually playing this level like 2 nights ago, and I was like, why aren't they spinning? I was literally there for like a minute, go, why aren't he fucking? I thought the game was broken. Like, why aren't he fucking spinning? I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't do that in this version.
Yeah, he spins around. It looked like a damn pinwheel when jumping from stick to stick.
Why isn't he spinning around at the speed of sound for?
I love when you pick up these enemies. It's like he's being a bratty little kid and you're picking him up so that he'll leave Chuck E. Cheese and go home.
Yeah, the Werehog's an absolute bully when it comes to the dark Gaia creatures. You grab two of those little fuckers together and you just smash them together. It's like, where's my fucking lunch money, you prick?
Okay, you actually do want to make sure to take the upper path here because metals.
Well, that's just Sonic mentality. If there's an upper path, you go to that one.
my favorite thing about holding the smaller enemies is when you just like smack them against the floor. I always find that just so hilarious.
Oh, they managed to put a homing attack chain into the Werehog levels. I'm impressed.
I think I actually skipped over a day medal there.
Oh, damn it.
I think there was one, like, directly below that moon medal that I just got.
But
it doesn't really matter since I wound up getting enough of them before I get to Adabat anyway.
Okay,
so.
well, that's all that matters, technically.
It's probably got a... I know Blu-rays were out by then.
Because it's Professor Pickle, he's old school.
Well, here's the thing. You take these and you play them in Professor Pickle's office, the smelly old guy who has a record player in his office. So, yeah.
What about a Betamax?
Records precede 8-track, you fool. What are you talking about?
No, but dude, okay, if they made laser discs a fucking collectible in this game, the goddamn things would be huge.
Yeah,
like
they'd actually be sized what they are in the levels because the records are fucking as big as Sonic, and you know.
No, but if the records are as big as Sonic, how fucking big are the laser discs gonna be?
Wait, Lewis. I thought laser discs were the same size as records.
I wish. They look a little bit bigger to me. I've seen a few anyway.
Either way, too fucking big is the punchline.
They look big enough.
Too fucking big.
They look big enough for a ninja supervillain to kind of shoot them out and like slice through somebody.
We play a Sonic Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh, he crossed over with Angry Birds. It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, there we go. Look, we're playing Fruit Ninja right now.
We need a Mega Man robot master called Record Man. He just shoots fucking.
One
lasers
of the
distantly.
biggest issues I have with Werehog levels, just as a personal annoyance, okay, you don't generally go around a room and break the pots and stuff that are around it until you've already killed the enemies. And that's when you discover that there are strength power-ups and defense buffs hidden inside the pots that are completely useless if you get them after the fight is over.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what those claws were. That is not
Yeah.
physically possible.
Ted, his arms stretch, right? He's a fucking hedgehog with
No,
stretchy
he pushed
arms.
it. He pushed it up there was a gap. No.
That's not something you're supposed to do. It's just me abusing the physics programming.
Box unleashed.
And you know, you don't necessarily know you can do that the first time, but after a while you start to realize the rules that this game is programmed by, and it actually saves you a bit of time with these stupid fucking box puzzles.
I figured that much as well, and I was playing to that mentality in the first time, but then I figured there has to be some sort of leniency for this, and I tried it out, and I was like, oh, okay.
I will say, you know, you could say I'm just a grumpy old man, but after 25 years of close to 25 years of gaming, I am so sick of box puzzles to like ascend. I'm just.
Oh, dude, Tales of Symphonia made me absolutely detest them.
They're back in. They're in every Tales game. I played Tales of the Abyss. There's box puzzles.
Oh,
There's
I don't
box
play
puzzles.
those games, and it makes me sound. Oh, look at that grass. I'm so glad I don't play those games because I'm just sick of like have to move the box up to this level, then move the other box. Like, I don't care. All right.
Okay, dude, you do not know the true horror of relentless box puzzling until you've played Legacy of Kain Soul
Dude,
Reaver.
I know, right? Like that's the game. That's the game that was like, I want to love this game. But what is weird? Every time Razio goes into a different fucking building, there's like 1,000 boxes he has to move around. All right?
He's a part-time worker at U-Haul.
It was in the Legacy of Kain fanfiction community, the humor genre specifically. There was a running joke that Razio was just terrified of boxes. You know?
I've murdered my brethren. I've killed my family, but fuck those boxes. Freak me out.
Ugh, this room has just so many enemies in it, and it's got this obnoxious overhead camera too. This is not how you do a horde battle. It is not.
Also, one thing I like is that before the egg fighters pop in, you see like Eggman's logo in like dust or like steam appear. Smoke.
Commissioner Gordon flashes the Eggman symbol because that old Werehog is up to his tricks again, and you need to stop him.
No, the best thing that would have happened is just before they appear, you just hear teleportation, yeah, shibbity boo up. Every time he appears, I love that. I love that.
Can I also say one more thing? I hate the fact that
Considering this playthrough is like 19 parts, I kind of feel like you're going to be saying a lot more, one more thing. So just keep adding.
I hate that the Werehog has to go around and collect the fucking experience points every single goddamn time, when Sonic, during the daytime, just sucks them toward him. Which is the way it should be in this, because do you notice how many times during this one fight I just stopped, ignored the enemies for like 10 seconds, just running around collecting experience points that have somehow gotten caught up in the ceiling of the level geometry.
That's actually part of what made me give up on Kingdom Hearts, like halfway through the first world, is that I got really sick of having to collect all of the shit after every fight. Like, oh, you died.
Oh god.
Whoa.
I don't even know what hit me there.
How did you lose to egg fighters, dude?
I don't know, okay? Like I said, I don't know what hit me there. I have literally no idea what attack killed me. Because you saw the enemy was falling flat on his ass as I died, right? What hit me?
Life.
It was like a fighting game double KO.
Life.
He just realized, thanks, like, what is my life come to? Fuck this.
But yeah, just the concept of experience points as a collectible item pisses me off too. Okay, in Devil May Cry, I can understand the red orbs being a collectible item because they're like crystallized demon blood and you're turning them into the god of time for extra power. Okay, I get that. It's an object. It's an item. These yellow crystals literally represent experience, and I hated this in Fable as well. It's like, experience isn't something you pick up, it's something you learn.
You just heard, yeah.
Also, now that I'm thinking about it, Sonic can just homing attack these enemies once and beat them. So, like, the Werehog's supposed to be the strong one, he's actually just weaker than normal Sonic. because he has to be.
Yeah, that was a point of contention I brought up for a few things that people brought up that, well, in Sonic Daytime levels, you're blasting through them at 300 miles per hour. I was like, yeah, I get that, but I can also approach these egg robos in the hub worlds, just bop them on the head, and there you go, they're dead. It's like, no. Sonic gets weaker when he transforms into the Werehog.
You know something I've just noticed, and it's incredibly OCD. But if you look at the daytime and the day and moon, the sun and moon medal at the top, the moon medals were rotating slightly faster than the sun medals were, and it was annoying me.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm like, why are the moon medals going faster for? That's bullshit.
They want me to like the Werehog.
Why are these rotations out of sync?
You know what? I like to think that whenever, like, for the split second that their rotation actually syncs up every now and then, it's like an astronomical event that allows for mystical powers to be used.
I love this guy so much.
Maybe it's like the Lucky Sevens in Final Fantasy VII that makes you just attack infinitely for 7,777 damage and kill everything.
You know what? You know what's kind of bummed me out? That we haven't had humans back since Unleashed. And I thought, like, so we should talk about, so before this, like, since SE1 onwards, Sonic has lived in pretty much Earth with human-looking people, like normal humans, and Eggman was cartoony, and then in 06 they kind of, they redesigned Eggman to fit in more of the humans, but then they obviously realized that was a mistake because Eggman's design is so, like, maybe not iconic, but it's so loved by people, and so in this game they took the more sensible route of redesigning everyone else to fit in with Eggman.
Well, I don't know, like, aside from Professor Pickle, who I enjoy just because of his burnt nose, but, like, everybody else in, like, the hub world looks kind of doofy to me.
Well, I mean, that's the point, because the fact that they're so stylized and cartoony, and, a lot of people brought up a comparison with Pixar designs, that they kind of look like a Pixar design, and it makes it just helps, because all the humans are now so stylized, it helps Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, or have you, fit in more in this world, as opposed to you have these humanoid-looking people, and Professor Pickle picks out, he's holding the chocolate. Hold the wrapper, you idiot! You're gonna ruin the chocolate. But like, it helps these characters fit in more in this world now, which is why I'm bummed we haven't had any more humans. I want Professor Pickle back. He was like the first non-Eggman human who had like an actual personality and was awesome.
I'll agree with that, although I do get the sense that Eggman and the rest of the humans look like completely different art styles from completely different cartoons.
Well, because Eggman's running off a design that's already been established.
Yeah.
Well, it was redesigned since Adventure 1. And we're talking about character designs that are 2008. So they couldn't exactly mimic the art style that Adventure 1 introduced, so they're going with what's familiar and, as Gareth said, Pixar.
Yeah. It's it's not bad. It's just a little bit jarring until you get used to it.
I love
it's a hell of a lot less jarring than previous games.
Yes, it's like I prefer the stylization over realistically proportioned humans.
I think the difference here is that at least in Adventure 1 and 2, I think in Adventure 2, the only time where they really paid close attention to any of the humans is like the one scene with the president in it. And in Adventure 1, I think they barely acknowledged the humans at all, as opposed to like Shadow in 06, where suddenly these human characters were major players in the plot.
This irritates me. Can someone tell me why we're all just waving teacups around so close to the priceless archaeological treasure that's unprotected by any barrier or glass case?
I wish you. That's I love this. I love this. Like Chip wants his tea, and this is one of the first Sonic games to kind of put like gags like that in the background, where like Chip's like holding this cup up to Sonic, and Sonic just kind of like, he gets annoyed, he like shoves him out the way. Like I mean, it happens a lot now. Of like a lot of times, like Orbot and Cuba will have like some kind of like little like stick in the background. But this is one of the first times that I did that, and I greatly appreciate it.
But you know what? That makes the cutscenes in this game so much better than in Sonic 06, where everyone is just sort of standing around like fucking BioWare characters talking, and it's so stiff and unnatural. And in this, there's always stuff going on. It makes the cutscenes feel alive.
Well, I would say this was. I mean, to be fair, Sonic games have always had kind of iffy. Like in-game cutscenes. I mean, I thought
they go up and down in quality. I've noticed, because they're in Adventure 1 they're awful. Adventure 2 they're better. I think they go back down again for Heroes Shadow in 06, and then they get better here.
Well, I actually think Shadow I think Shadow is the characters are nicely animated. I think one of the best ones though is the original Sonic Riders. The models are kind of iffy, but the actual animations the characters have, they're very expressive.
Yeah.
Adventure was stiff. Adventure 2 was mocap, if I remember reading that correctly.
Johnny, Adventure 1 is every character has 10 stock animations. That they
Yeah,
just
that
replay in every scene.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It does stick out. But Heroes was very robotic. Shadow following suit because it pretty much was Heroes. 06, everyone felt like a Super Sentai character with how exaggerated the movies were.
Well, you know what's weird? The problem with 06 is that the characters, their faces don't animate.
No.
So Sonic just looks angry the entire game. For some reason.
What are you so angry about, Sonic?
I always got the sense from both Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic 06 that the animations were kind of like the kind of animations you might produce in early 3D classes when you're just learning your craft at like a 3D animation school. Like, you're just learning the bare basics of how to make an animated cutscene.
I would say that's more obvious with Adventure 1, not 06.
Well, yeah, because again, in Adventure 1, they literally, like, if you watch the cutscenes, you'll see the same animations.
Yeah, they repeat
over
all
and
the
over
time.
again.
Sonic goes, and his spikes go like, whoop.
I love that. You know, it's weird though. The most original piece of animation that's never reused again is ironically the first thing we see Sonic do. He goes, "Oh yeah, this is happening." That's like the only time we see his arms moving that way. Other than that, they're just by his sides or his fist is out. But
And then they ran out of money.
We blew it on the first cutscene. Damn you, Yuji Naka.